Oh.
Ready? Welcome to Welcome to
You cut your
Welcome to Elvis Fans Matter. And as usual, with Nutty as a fruitcake, boy, I'm telling you, but we go. Dog, get down.
She wants to be in
We're gonna ask
the
some
video.
more questions. And
Come on.
I'm
Get a
telling
hurry
you,
of picking her up.
gonna be some doozies this time. All right. Holy mackerel, what is that? Damn, that's my twin.
Big old eyes.
That's our dog Wanga. That's it, I ain't doing no more.
There you
I didn't
go.
know if you were going to catch on to that or not.
All right, go ahead.
All
Deborah.
right. First thing, because I've been reading through a lot of questions on the YouTube channel, and
How many things have we got? That's the first thing. How many more things?
Yeah.
Gonna be?
The first thing.
on our videos from the Q&A back this August 23 during Elvis week, there were a lot of comments about the squeaky door going on, a lot of complaining going on. First of all, and I'm not trying to be rude in any way, but we did this in a conference room at a local hotel that's been really good to us the past 2 years. But the Q&As are really, they're for the people that bought the tickets to come and be there in person. I do record the sessions as I can, but if there's certain things that cut off, I'm sorry about that, or if hearing on the video is rough. I had a lot of people complaining about some of the fans in the audience, whispering or sneezing or coughing or getting up and going to the restroom. We don't have strict rules for the shows that we read off. That was suggested that maybe I needed to lay out rules. We want it to be as free.
We don't like rules.
No, we want it to be as free and comfortable and feel like you're not under a strict order. If you need to get up and go pee, get up and and go pee, or if you have a question or if you have to cough. The squeaky door did open and shut a lot. A lot of times that was me opening the door because I had to go out if somebody was trying to come in during a session, make sure they had tickets. Or it was a lot of the fans that were there maybe going to the restroom, or more people coming in if they showed up a little late. But yeah, we do those sessions and we do them for the in-person guests, and then I try to film them just as a courtesy to maybe everybody that couldn't be there. So it's nothing scheduled. I don't do any noise canceling. It's not like an official, Spielberg movie or anything. It's just my camera set up and it records and that. But for everybody that's watched the videos and enjoyed them, I hope that you did, or we hope that you did. But I just wanted to touch that because when I was going through questions, there were a ton of comments about we needed to WD-40 the door or whatever. That big door, it is squeaky, it is, but it is to a conference room that we pay to use during that time, and that hotel is very good to us and accommodating to us, and we've really enjoyed it and we appreciate them. But I hope that y'all have enjoyed the videos. The videos are just for you guys to kind of see and get a taste of what our Q&As are like during Elvis week, so that if we get to do them again and you're coming, we'd love to have you there in person. But we don't have any set rules or anything that they
Only rules
can't
we
leave the
have
room.
is no blowing your nose, coughing or scratching your ass. Outside that, we don't have to.
I'd have been kicked out big time because I told somebody I had a terrible
Any
respiratory
rules,
infection.
that's our rules right there. If you remember that, you got it made. But we can't help, the things that go on, like squeaking doors and.
We just want everybody to feel comfortable. and
Now
feel
I bought a. No, I didn't. I take that back. Nolan Rowe, Danielle's husband, gave me a whole case of WD-40, and I have everything here. So if you hear any squeaking, it's got to be a mouse, because damn sure ain't nothing else.
We even went to the doctor and got our knees oiled.
Yeah, got a shot in
Had
the
to get a
knee.
shot in the knee.
Ooh.
All
shot
right,
in the
what we
dark.
got?
First question is, did Elvis have another secret room on the first floor that was his favorite? Somebody posted a picture of a green colored room that wasn't the jungle room, and so that was his favorite room, but when we went to Graceland, we did not see that.
No.
I don't know of any other room.
No, no. There's no other room.
I saw a picture of the mushroom bed, but I'm thinking I did not recognize the curtains or the stuff around it. I didn't recognize
But
that.
he did have a
But he did have a
mushroom
mushroom bed. But
Well, it was, I really wouldn't call it a mushroom. It was like a half cover.
Yeah,
of
he
the
called
bed
it.
and all
He
that,
was-
which had a stereo and all kinds
different
of
things in the
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you could turn on and radios and stuff.
somebody had asked if that was his bed, and I couldn't say because I didn't recognize any of the surrounding things. You know.
No, I didn't either. But anyway, he did have one like it
Yeah.
in his dressing room.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Next question. What is Elvis still teaching you? What's something that you learned from Elvis that you still go by today?
Laugh. Laugh.
Always find humor and
Don't get too deep.
don't get
Too
too deep
serious.
and keep, find humor and when things really get you down, try to find some humor somewhere in it.
After so many years of being with Elvis and learning that lifestyle, how did you each adjust to a normal life?
Normal.
We still haven't adjusted to a normal life. Believe me.
What
it
is
was-
normal?
Yeah, it was real hard to
It was.
not follow the same patterns as we did with him. We still don't sleep at like you're supposed to, go to bed and sleep. We stay up really late and sleep late. We don't like mornings, morning people or morning.
Me.
No, I'm just kidding. But it was hard to adjust to that, especially with kids going to school and stuff like that. It was like turn on the light and turn it off. That's kind of like what it was, night and day.
All right. What was the neighborhood around Graceland like when Elvis passed away? Was it still a good neighborhood, or had it started to decline? Because as we know now, that area of Memphis is not the safest area, and it has declined.
It was a great neighborhood.
Yeah.
Even
Was it-
when he passed away, it was
Yeah,
still
it was
okay.
still a really good
It was
neighborhood. yeah.
Whitehaven was a great place to live and safe.
When do you think it started going down? Maybe in the 80s, 90s?
80s.
80s
yeah,
and the late 80s. It just, I don't know.
It started off downhill and tapered off.
On downhill. On down.
In the later years, how often did Elvis smoke cigars?
In the later years,
So would it just be every now and then, or did he smoke several a day?
I don't know. Bill Clinton probably could have.
yeah, he might. That's horrible. Actually,
Look,
Elvis
we just got to
You
say
said
it. I couldn't help it. Just find a little
see
humor
what I've done
there.
that's silly. It's just silly. Nobody else thinks we're funny, but we do.
But no, he.
He didn't really smoke. Mostly, he just held them and
Yeah, like to hold
thumped them,
them.
and
But he- Later years, quite often.
Would you say every day?
No,
No.
not every day. He just every once in a great while, just.
He was not a smoker as a rule. He was not a drinker or a smoker, really. He didn't, like you said, once in a while.
What?
He
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't really drink alcohol that much. Once in a great while.
All right.
I've never known him to really inhale and,
And that was the next. That was
Cigarettes.
another part of the question was inhale and.
No.
he just.
I think he did it. I think he did it mostly for the looks.
Yeah.
That's what I was just.
He could talk, and a lot of times I've seen him talk and do that cigar and.
Do a cigar like that.
We all know that Elvis was drafted into the Army, but someone said, was Billy or Bobby ever drafted into the Army?
No. Bobby.
Bobby joined the Army.
He did.
Yeah.
He joined, but he
Yeah.
was not
No,
drafted.
He was not drafted.
he was
and
not
I
drafted.
wasn't drafted.
How long was Bobby in the Army?
What, about 2 years?
No, he was in there maybe 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, he got out on
I think he
Tried
had
to
a
commit
breakdown. He had a
suicide.
breakdown, and he was discharged.
And he was discharged,
Did they do it as dishonorable or just
No.
medical discharge?
No, just a medical.
Just a medical discharge.
Medical.
And I just never was called. I just.
No, by the time you were old enough to be called, we already had 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I remember sending in to the what do they call it? The board. That was the time. That was during the time Vietnam
You'd
was
get
really.
these. You'd get these questionnaires and things from the to
About how
military
many
officers. and
married,
stuff
how many
about,
children, and all that. So
And of course, at that time, I was, like as Joe said, I was married and had kids, but I was A1. I mean, I
you were
could have
draft
been.
age. You were
Well, I was classified as A1. That's
Yeah.
And of
Was
course, I could have been called. I just never was.
was Bobby in the military right before his death?
No.
No.
Okay.
This was Bobby joined right after. Well, actually, 59. That's when Bobby.
Okay.
Was in that.
I just when you said why he was discharged. I mean, you've told in videos before that is what happened to your brother at 27 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why I was wondering, was that so he did attempt that before.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I got you. Okay. All right. Why did Elvis bring Priscilla to live at Graceland if he was not going to be loyal to her? Do you, I mean, basically, do you think that Parker and Priscilla's family were basically forcing him?
I don't think in the early days that they
No,
were.
I think Elvis probably had it in his mind. Maybe that he would, later want to settle down, get married, and
Right.
maybe have kids and all that. But then,
And two, he liked somebody there when he came back. Priscilla wasn't in. She didn't go to California and do the movie days until later on. She went right before I started getting to go. That's one reason I started getting to go. But she stayed back in Memphis while he was doing movies and things like that.
Let's see. Do you think that? Go ahead.
good, no.
Do you think that Elvis ever felt guilty about cheating on any of his girlfriends? And did Billy or any of the other members of the Memphis Mafia feel guilty knowing that he was cheating on them? Or was it just a known thing that what happens here stays and
Yeah.
none of your
Stays
business?
here. I mean, that, if he thought about it, it was quickly.
I don't think he felt guilty. I mean, if
I don't either.
if he felt guilty, they wound up with a new ring, or they wound up with a new car, or they wound up with a new mink coat. I don't think he really thought about it like that. He was good to all of them, everybody, but he, I don't think he really felt guilty. I mean, that was just Elvis. You know,
He just,
that was his way.
just his way. He couldn't, I don't think he knew how to be loyal to one woman.
I don't either.
I mean, just to be honest with you, he just, it was just too easy, to find a woman for him, That's a hard question, I can't,
But as far
I
as
don't know Elvis's thinking, but I mean, he was, he was a man of the women, basically, and,
did you ever feel guilty for not? I mean, I would never tell. Hey, he's seeing somebody else to somebody. That's that's
Well, I mean,
none of our business.
But,
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. It's really nobody. It was nobody's business.
Something like that is very personal, and you can get in a lot of trouble and get caught right in the middle of stuff like that. And because that's just not something you talk about, even with your best friend. You just don't talk about people's personal business, especially his, because he didn't like any secrets whispering or anything like that, and nothing written down about him. He didn't like it.
and with that,
Let's see. I'll save that one for a next video. Did Elvis go to Disneyland in California?
I don't
No.
think he ever did.
not the whole time I was with him. He didn't. So I can answer that. Up from 56 to 61, if he did, I never knew about it.
Right.
But I don't think so. I think, he was, when he was out in California, he was too busy making movies, and all to.
Yeah,
really-
doing other things. When he wasn't doing that, he would come back
Yeah.
to Graceland. So he really didn't have a lot of free time out there, did he?
No.
Unless he delayed coming home and drug it out because he was seeing somebody or something. And everybody had to suffer.
We had, and I'm pretty sure that y'all saw it. I saw it on Facebook, and then I had a lot of people question it. It's the photo of Bobby and Paul Smith, Travis,
Oh yeah.
and Elvis and Bobby was on the stretcher. And this, I can't even remember the person's name on Facebook, regardless, was telling that, Bobby, this was when Bobby Smith, cousin of Elvis, basically, he tried to commit suicide because he was jealous of Elvis. That picture wasn't even from them.
No.
Right? I mean, hadn't he been hit by a car?
Yeah.
Yeah, right in
Okay.
front
He
of,
got,
right in front of Graceland.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, different people, you can post whatever, but it was just kind of disrespectful to me. One, that's not,
Well,
according to Papa, not true, but
people don't know,
They don't know, and they just assume. But I don't think Bobby was jealous, ever jealous of Elvis. You weren't jealous.
Bobby
Nobody was
like,
jealous.
He was like me. He was in awe of him.
Yeah.
Right. And proud and
proud.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, just to clear that up, because that post had a lot of comments and it got sent to our page to, questioning that, and I did tell the person that sent it we will cover it in a video.
Yeah, I don't know who would even thought of something
Right,
like that.
no.
'Cause it's
He
kind of far off.
Yeah.
he was hurt really bad. That was a real bad
yes.
injury. He was lucky to be able to walk, and
Right.
he broke both legs,
cheekbones.
He had a lot of internal injuries, and
But that's when the picture that they're saying,
Yeah.
he is on
Yeah.
this stretcher and had tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, that's,
No. I mean, that was after
Elvis had
getting
gone
run over.
had found out about it and had gone to the hospital to check, to be with him and
Right.
see about him.
Right, yeah. So
I remember you were at my house,
Yep.
and
but yeah, just to clarify that, I meant
didn't know
to.
that until one of my friends came over, and told me and got me, what to
Well,
say.
yeah, it was actually Bobby's girlfriend, and Chief drove her over to get you.
Yeah.
Her name was Reba or something like that, and to go to the hospital.
Well, yeah, just to cover, I going through and when they were talking about Bobby, I remember the question coming and saying, that they thought that that's what that picture was from, and this other person was, and I think maybe the other person just had some confusion. Some of the stuff they said was kind of disrespectful, but that's besides the point, But yeah, just to get their word on it, it is what I told you, that picture was taken after an accident where he had been run over by a vehicle, and not the other story. All right. I'm just gonna. I think we'll use it for another video because stories about Lamar kind of roll in. But just as an idea for one of our next videos, do you remember a story about an RV top being removed by Lamar? Okay,
Yes.
all right. Well,
I've told about that, but I'll tell it again.
good. Okay. Well, then stay tuned if you want to hear about an RV top and Lamar. And
a
maybe
hotel.
and more, maybe some more stuff about Lamar. Everybody seems to enjoy Lamar stories. We had a lot of people say they enjoyed the chicken story from the Q&A. So go back on some of our videos. I think I have one called Chickens from Hernando on the YouTube channel. Go back and look at it. It's from the Q&A, but they tell about chickens coming from Hernando, Mississippi, and Lamar and a car. So go back and watch it. Yeah. But with that, keep sending your questions in. If you want your question to be asked, you can message the Facebook page, EFM Elvis Fans Matter, or comment on the YouTube channel. Sometimes we have so many comments back and forth on the YouTube channel, it is hard to catch them all. Usually the best way is to send us a message on the EFM Facebook page, but if you don't have Facebook, then comment underneath the YouTube channel and we will get to your questions. Anything else y'all want to add?
Nope.
No.
All right, well, until next time, y'all take care, and we will see you next Sunday.
And remember,
Elvis
Elvis fans matter.